my first one.
When major planets change, in May, there was some major planetary transitions. Change the time. That's reason for me.
Hello, everyone. Can everybody hear me online?
Yep, we can.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, yes.
Yes, happy.
Okay, yes, they can hear me online. Can someone say something online? I want to make sure I can hear you in case someone speaks up.
7 years ago.
Okay, I do not hear those of you online, so let me try something. Okay. Can someone say something online now real quick?
7 years ago.
Ah,
Our
there we
fathers.
go.
Hi.
Yes, we can hear you. Wonderful. And you all can see the slides?
Yep, we can.
Awesome. All right. And turn on your video perhaps,
Oh,
so
we
then they can
can
see you. Yeah, not the audio, just the video. All right.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Pragati, our speaker. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining in person and online. We're doing a combined event where we typically have Wisdom Wednesdays, 6 to 7, but we thought why not just move Wisdom Wednesdays 7 to 8:30 and allow everybody to indulge in a little bit of the wisdom that we'll hear today. So as we normally do, we want to start with just a quick little icebreaker to get the juices flowing. So the question is, do you believe in destiny? Why or why not? And we would love to hear from those of you in person, but also online. If you would like to speak up, that is also an option. Anybody want to start us off?
Yeah, after seeing so many challenges in life, now I believe that whatever is mine comes to me automatically.
Okay.
So that's the main reason I start believing in that.
How about you?
I don't. I think our karma or whatever actions we do, I think we create our own path for ourselves.
Right. Thank you for that. Anyone of you? Do you believe in destiny?
I was gonna say, can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Talk now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm in between both, like believe in it, but not. Partially, I believe that we do have the ability to carve our own destiny, but sometimes it feels like the path that we're in seems to be a little bit set in stone. So yeah, kind of both, but I'm interested to learn more about what you have to say today.
I'd have to say that
Thank you.
I couldn't have said it better than Vanya.
Anybody else online?
Say something.
Yeah, Graham was just saying that he agrees with Manya.
So thank you for joining, all of you, and thank you for coming. So I have been studying and practicing Vedic astrology for over 16 plus years now. And I really personally believe that this is such a vast and deep science, very like endless the study is. It can take up to a lifetime, more than a lifetime for me to qualify as an astrologer. That's what I believe. I also used to do a lot of past life regressions for a long time. For those of you who don't know what is PLR, past life regression, it is kind of a hypnotherapy where you help the individuals access the old memories from past life. The idea is to heal some of the conditions in the current life. I don't know if anyone of you have heard about Dr. Brian Weiss. He's one of the topmost psychologists, or was one of the topmost psychologists. I think one of the most famous bestseller book was Many Lives, Many Masters. And he wrote many other books. He actually used past life therapy for his lot of his patients, hypnotherapy. So today I'm not here to obviously preach you, but to share my experiences, my stories, reflections from throughout my journey and many lives of many people with whom I've interacted. So some of it might seem very unbelievable. You know, we all have our different lens of belief and skepticism, but maybe some of you might feel, just outrightly rejected, thinking that I need more solid proof for this. What if this is all made up or concocted? Okay, but I'm sure that all of you will agree to the fact that when we experience something, right, we start believing in it or gaining faith in it. So, all I can ask you all today is to listen to the talk. Whatever you believe in, just take it, or whatever resonates with you, and try and implement it in your life, because that can bring a lot of positive changes for you. I'm certain about that. All right. So before going on to the fun part, let's see some basics of Vedic astrology so that you'll understand it better. Vedic astrology is a modern term for Jyotish Shastra, which is originally a Sanskrit word. Okay. Jyot is light, Ish is God. It literally means the study of the divine mind. In ancient times, Vedic times, this subject, Vedic astrology, was an integral part of their curriculum, if you may, like how we have subjects in schools and colleges. The sages, based on their um, intuitions, their spirituality, their observations of the sky and the movement of the celestial bodies, the planets, stars, and their impact on human life, human behavior, surroundings, and lots of mathematical calculations. So much is included. They derive this knowledge with so much precision. Imagine that time they did not have any softwares or apps also to do this. But the amount of intelligence, the power is, we can't comprehend that in today's time. So just to give you a general idea, like just very basic idea, like how it must have looked like. Consider the sky, and we'll show you a short video clip very soon. Consider the sky a circle of 360 degrees, okay? That split into 12 astrological signs, zodiac signs, starting from 1 Aries to 12 Pisces. And these are in chronological order. Each sign is assigned a particular number. 1 is Aries, 2 is Taurus, 3 is Gemini, 4 is Cancer, 5 is Leo, 6 is Virgo, 7 is Libra, 8 is Scorpio, 9 is Sagittarius, 10 is Capricorn, 11 is Aquarius, and 12 is Pisces. Now this 360-degree circle split into 12 signs means 30 degrees each, right? Now, these 12 signs are further split into 27 lunar constellations. They're the prominent ones. Actually, there are 28, but 28 we don't consider, and that's whole other topic, too much technical. But 27 prominent nakshatras. Now, 12 signs split into 27. 27 divided by 12 is 2.25. Each sign has 2.25 lunar constellations or nakshatras, as they call it, or stars. Now, 360, then 12, then 27. Now, each star is further split into 4 subdivisions, which are called padas or charan. All right. And now, 27 into 4 is 108. So, of the whole sky split into 108 segments. Clear so far? Understood so far? Any question, just let me know and we can clarify that. Now, there are 9 planets which are considered in Vedic astrology, right? Starting from Sun, Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, Rahu, and Ketu. Can you do we have that slide with the planets?
The video?
No, just the planets. 9 planets. Do we have?
Nine.
It's okay. It's all right. They will see it in the clip.
Okay.
So there are 9 planets. Now, Sun is not a planet. All the planets revolve around the Sun. But the word is Graha in Sanskrit. Graha, these are 9 grahas, means they absorb the vibrations, energies from these planets, from these grahas. That's why Graha. That's why Sun is also considered in astrology as a planet. Then The Rahu Ketu, the rest you know, Mercury and Venus and so on. Rahu Ketu, these are not physical planets. These are the mathematical points, the shadow planets, which, trust me, they also have tremendous impact on our lives. Okay, so these now 27 nakshatras and 9 planets. 27 into 9 is 108. Let's quickly see that video clip, which will help you understand, just get an idea how it looks like, and it's just so fascinating. Moon revolving around the Earth. That's the cycle of the moon, which goes through 27 nakshatras. The planets revolving around the sun. And look at all these signs around them. 12 signs. These are the lunar constellations. They're different patterns, and that's why the signs are also symbolic, like they're named after that. Okay. These are all the nakshatras or the stars. Yeah, I think that's it, right?
So we have 27 nakshatras.
Yes. So 2.25 nakshatras in one sign, approximately. All right. So imagine that. This is just the basics, right? You go deeper and deeper and deeper. When you want to come to some conclusion in a chart, look at this subdivisions, further divisions, and the precision, right? Now about the planets, okay? Now, if I ask any of you, right, that what is your sun, what is your star sign? So, your star sign, let's say, you will think, oh, my birthday falls in so and so month, and my star sign is that. That one is your sun sign. It is not your moon sign. Western astrology follows the movement of the sun, and Indian Vedic astrology follows the movement of the moon. Why is that? Every planet, they go with certain pace. So they move from one sign to another sign in the orbit. And the speed differs. So sun stays in one sign for 1 month. Mars, Mercury, Venus, they all stay for 1 month. Jupiter stays in one sign for 1 year. All right. Saturn is the slowest. Saturn stays for 2.5 years in one sign. It's a slow planet, slow moving planet. Moon, Rahu Ketu are 18 months. Moon is the fastest. Moon stays in one sign for only 2.25 days. That's why in the whole month, it goes through those nakshatras. Now you imagine in 1 month, all the babies that are born in 1 month, they have the same sign, they share the same sign, sun sign, correct? Whereas all the babies born in those 2.25 days, they share the same moon sign. So look at the precision. It's more precise. It doesn't undermine the importance of Western astrology. It's only that this is more precise. Okay. So you understood so far that how this works. Now, after this, what is a horoscope? Horoscope is your karmic imprint from your past life karmas. So we carry lot of karmic baggage from our past lives. And it is not like it's a punishment or a reward. All right, whatever karmas we have done, the unresolved karmas, they generate our destiny. They unfold the destiny. So only some of them we have been given in the current life when we are born. Based on those karmas, right? Those planets are placed in particular sign, particular position, nakshatras are placed accordingly because our destiny is decided. Okay, that's how the map of our life is, of current life at birth. Now, you won't believe at birth the circumstances in whose womb the soul will enter, what parents, or in which household he'll go, enter, what will be the circumstances, situations, all right? Everything is predestined. The color, the characteristics, everything is predestined at birth. Similar is with the death. How the death will occur, where it will occur, right? And what will be the circumstances, what place, everything, why, everything is predestined. Interestingly, did you hear about I'm sure all of you must have heard about the airplane crash, right? At Ahmedabad. Imagine everyone almost died on that flight, whoever on that airplane. Now, I'm planning a trip overseas very soon. Couple of friends, very lovingly, caringly, they are very concerned. Be careful, you will fly. Because anxiety, people are getting anxious because of that. They are getting fearful of flying. It's very natural. But understand this, that again, as we said, how the death is going to occur, it's predestined. However, in that, one person walked out almost scot-free. I mean, he had injuries, but not life-threatening, right? Not just that, it crashed into a medical college hostel or something. The doctors, they were just having their meals, lunch. They also died. People serving died. People walking on the street, commuting or to and fro, they died, right? So, what is the point in this? What do we understand from this? That everything, if something has to happen, it will happen any which way. Any which way. If the time has come, it will happen. Now, in this, have you heard of this line that we say that this person got a grace period? At birth, the breaths are decided. How many breaths will be taken in our lifetime? It's decided. Okay, that's fixed. But still, we hear this, right? This person got a grace period. Why is that? Because when the person is meditating, is praying, connecting with the cosmos, with the divine, with the Lord, those breaths are not counted in those breaths. Okay? And exactly the reverse, untimely death. The way you live your life, so current karma in your life also matters. So it can also come to untimely death. So this is the understanding of birth and death. Now we understood what is a horoscope. Okay. Let's do a very small exercise. We can go on the astrosave.com website. Do you have a smartphone? Can you please do?
You could repeat the website.
Astrosave, yeah. I think I will also upload it. Mhm. Okay. Now, when you go there, you have to fill in some details. You don't have to put your name, just put any alphabets, XYZ. And then male or female, and then you put your date of birth, and it's in date, month format, date, month, year. You put your time. If you don't know your time, just put 12:00:00 time of birth if you don't know. And put your birthplace. You might get this thing in drop down box, probably. That place. Are we all in? You can get Kundali. Done. Okay. Were you able to get it? Perfect. And I'm assuming you are also good to it. Okay. Now when you enter, there is a birth chart kundali. Can you click on that birth chart kundali? Okay. So one is Lagna chart on the left. Now we just focus on the Lagna chart. We don't have to focus on the March. No, chart. Okay. This is the birth chart, Lagna chart. Now, when we are born, this is how a horoscope looks like. Now, in that, see all these numbers 4, 5, right? Where there is number 4, that is the first house, by the way. Now there are different styles of charts. This is from northern India. I feel it's more adapt. So number 4 is the first house, and that is the sign. Number 4 is Cancer. How we said that corresponding numbers are there, right? So this particular chart, it has a Cancer. It is called ascendant, Lagna. What is ascendant? When the child is born, the sign that rises on the eastern horizon is the ascendant chart. And many people are not even aware that moon chart is different, and ascendant chart shows more of your behavior, your personality, how you're going to react. And moon chart, moon represents your mind, your emotions. So how you think, what you intend to do, that is on your moon. But how you literally behave, that's this Lagna chart. Most of your everything, aspects of your life can be seen from this Lagna chart. All right. So moon, now see where this MO in which number in your horoscope. What number is it? In this particular chart, it is in number 6. That means this person's moon sign is Virgo. Number 6 is Virgo. The moon sign is Virgo. Now you see all these planets also placed. Depending on this child's, whoever has been born just now, depending on this child's karma, those planets are placed in a particular sign. All right, in a particular nakshatra also, in a particular pada, charan, or also. That's how deep we have to go. So, anyways, but they're placed in particular sign, and this is his destiny. This is his destiny. Now you understood. Now you also know what is your moon sign. You know what is your ascendant. Okay, because sometimes, let's say I really get irritated with someone, I'm annoyed. We can't just go because we are a bit older. If we were younger, probably I'd go and slap. Now I will not do it, right? Because we know to distinguish like what is right and wrong, discriminate. So that behavior is my ascendant. Clear so far, right? So this is the horoscope. Okay, now we know the basics of Vedic astrology quite a bit. Now these diamond shaped, these are all 12 houses. Okay. Each house represents multiple things. Even, smallest, your pets, whether they're small, they're big pets, your karma towards them, everything can be seen. Your parents, your in-laws, your marriage, your spouses, your friends, your siblings, the sibling spouses, partners, health, everything can be seen from this small piece of 12 houses. Now for this, the first house, as I told, we have one slide where we have shown first house, second house, right? Just to give a glimpse how it works. Okay, so this goes in anti-clockwise direction, these houses. First, second, third, that's how. Right? Now, can we please cut that other slide? Where, how about the houses? Now the fun part begins. Oh, I think I knocked out.
No, you're there.
Oh, there.
Which slide?
No, the final, not the final, there are handwritten it. Oh, I don't know if it's visible for that, is it?
I can
Are
show
you
it.
all able to see?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I've done a better job, I'm sorry. I just did it. So just, okay. Now, this is how what each house represents. And each sign has its own characteristic, each planet, each planet has his or her own characteristic, their gender, by the way. And that's how then you do permutations, combinations, and then come to a conclusion. Not just that, we have planetary periods. Some houses only get activated when those planetary periods are there, otherwise, they don't get activated. The whole purpose is that we shouldn't get fooled by an astrologer. Not that everyone is, has a wrong intention, but sometimes it's not required to go. And we'll see. One more thing here. So these houses represent all this, right? The first house, we can also see medical astrology, health issues in details, by the way. And something I'm missing. So this is the ascendant chart. Okay, so let's start with the first house. All right. The first house, now this is all based on the previous karma. The first house represents your personality, your color of the skin, how you look, you're tall or short, right? The body structure, your physical characteristics, the self, basically, your overall health, how the public sees you. That also is seen from first house. Everything is first house. All right. How is your overall health? And then the main part, the medically, if you have to see, it is related to head, your brain, right? That is the most important thing in the first house. So let's say the sign which we saw for the child, we saw number 4, Cancer. And these planets rule these signs also. Okay, we don't have to go into the details, but then you see where they're placed, how the health is, overall health of the longevity of this person is, that also can be seen. Everything is represented by first house. Okay. Then we go to the second house, which is extremely important. It represents speech. It represents tastes. It represents wealth, your family. Speech. So karma is not just physical action. Karma is also your thinking, your thoughts, right? Your intentions, what you're thinking in your mind. That also generates karma. So you have to be so careful, because and it is not to scare anyone, it is not to discourage you in any way, it is just a way to live if you want happiness in life. That's all. Imagine what we speak also carries vibrations and energies. So we have to be so careful, so careful. Because once we speak, the words are out of your mouth and you're hurting someone, that's it. That's it. So think about that when we speak. It's very important how you speak, the tone of your voice, the how loud you are. Everything is very important. Live consciously. That's what we learn from this. Then taste. Many people just live to eat, literally. Indulgence in food. And there could be multiple reasons behind that, but indulgence in food. All you're creating is just a, very a wrong cycle. Overall growth is stopped in your life. If you want to make your life more meaningful, you have to at least control these areas. Eat to live. Okay, once a while that's fine, but eat to live. What to eat? Everything incurs karma. There is this case where the, that person is not able to speak. Okay, non-verbal. When you see the chart, you can clearly see something related to your past karma. And mind you, it is not just a past karma. We don't know the time when we get the results of the karma. Okay, it could be present also. It could be aggravating it. Maybe something could have worked for him, some medicine or something. But that's why it is so important. And I've seen someone saying, you know what, this is so scary. If whatever we read, something good we read, some philosophy we read that, oh no, you should behave a certain way, you should lead your life a certain way. It's so scary, it is so depressing, it's so discouraging. But then when you want a license, driving license, you do study for that, right? And you do follow the rules. You don't want to go to jail, you don't want to get a ticket. Why? Then you follow that. So this is even for further, your overall life. So this is so important. So these are minor things which you can take care and your life would be wonderful, very beautiful. Blissful, I would say. Then there is wealth, there is family and tonsils. Medically, tonsils, tongue, teeth, even face, that is included in the second house. So we see everything, the windpipe, everything is connected with the second house, your voice. So these things you have to take care. The third other thing. So here's the thing. You all might say, you know what, this is so depressing. Everything you're saying that everything will go wrong if you don't do that. What are the solutions, correct? And we are coming to that. The thing is, these houses are telling us. So when we know if we behave a certain way, even if we have some past karmic baggage, it can get better. So that's why, again, you must have heard this line that everything is in your hands. It is if you work on it. Most of it. Some things are not in your hands. Where you're born is not in your hands. But after that, as you grow, that is in your hands, how you lead your life. So yes, certain karmas can be taken care of. If you know that you're going to gain a lot of weight, eat right, exercise. From your side, from our side, we have to try. Okay, that is very important. And that is, everything is like how they have video cameras, they give a sign, right? We also have a video camera on the top. Every single moment is being marked. So that's why we have to live consciously. Now, so this is the second house. Third house. Third house is of courage, right? Is of communication. Writers and comedians, you can see the third house is wonderful. Before I go, second house also shows the right eye. So head, then it goes anti-clockwise, right eye. So anything to do with the right eye. I had this younger kid whose mother came because so you could see the right eye is more there was Mars in it. Mars is red and hot and not placed well. So it was growing some I was getting reddish right side and then we could see from that, okay, that this is for caution. Okay, and then it hopefully helped her further. Then the third is right ear. So you go eyes, then third house is also medically, if you see right ear, and then younger sibling, your neck, your shoulders, your throat, your biceps, bones of your arms. All these are seen from the third house. Third house shows courage, how courageous this person is. Also, third house shows short travel. So if someone is working in a particular place, you can see from third house, oh, you are not working in Seattle, you're not local, you're working a bit away from Seattle. So that's how you see. Okay. So that's how you see from the third house. Now, fourth house. Fourth house is the important house. It's called Sukhasthan, actually, house where you get peace. The core house. It represents your mother. Moon represents your mother also. So it is, yeah, mother, then property, and then heart. Medically, it is heart, lungs. So this is kind of, if this is good, lot of other houses, little bit here and there, can be also controlled, be under control. Why? You see, you will agree to this when you're staying in a house. If the house is peaceful, everything is beautiful, the environment is beautiful, Lot of things you can discuss with your family, take care of it. That is so, so important, right? You know, anything, any challenges you get in the house, it is like, it is there, comfort, that, okay, here's where I feel nice, I feel love, I feel compassion. So it's very important that in the house, you have to have certain rules in place. And again, the solutions will come, but try to be minimalistic. Everything has vibrations and energy. If you're not able to handle it, do not keep it. Dust collectors, do not keep it, not worth it. And we are staying in Seattle, right? We have hardly any light for a few months. So it's very important that in our house, if there are certain areas which are very dark, and then you have to brighten it up, keep it clean, because negative energies can really start growing. It attracts, these things attract negative energies in the house, and we don't realize, before realizing it start affecting all the people in the house. And you won't believe this, not just people, also the pets, they also start getting crazy. So there, because their frequency also, they know, they understand better than us if there is some presence of some negative energy. All you're doing is, by that clutter, you're welcoming that into your home. And then the fights, arguments, everything, it leads to that. So try to be minimalistic, try to not raise voice in the house, have some chanting going on in a very low voice, very calming music in the house, and make sure that there's a lot of, if let's say one person gets upset, everyone's nature is different. If there is a person who's getting very upset in your household, you be quiet and try to talk, try to deal with it, and try to let that person calm down. But when you do these already around that person, these external factors are taken care of, that will already happen. That will already happen. So what happens if we live a life like this? We are creating a protective layer around us, which is not easy to penetrate by any of the energies. That's why we have to do all these rules or all these. So anyway, now this is also beginning of the womb, fourth house, just the beginning, not the whole womb. And then chest, breasts, lungs, heart, everything comes under fourth house in the medical astrology. Moving on to the fifth house. Now, fifth house is related to your past life karmas as well, past life as well. The good karmas which you have done, the fruits of that are seen from past life. Or if you haven't done it, that also is seen, okay, from the past, from the fifth house. I beg your pardon. It includes children, it includes love, it includes lover, it includes a lot of, fifth house is also for stomach, okay, backbone, gallbladder, and intestine, medically. Now, in this, when we see past life, like, okay, what is the karma? When I said I did past life regressions for a long time, charts also help. By the way, fourth house, I was a real estate agent for some time, for a few years. So it was a combination which worked for me, right? Someone called, okay, you know what, Praviti, I'm buying this house, or I'm renting this house. I remember one case. I'm renting this house, and can you quickly check, because we have to give the decision immediately. When I saw the house, there were some planets there. There was K2 actually there, and some combinations were there. I said, "What do you know? Why? What happened with the owner there?" No, I'm not sure. Can you ask? Because there is an elderly lady or elderly person at least who has passed away in that house, and there is some energy there. When she checked, it came out to be true. It came out to be true. So then what is the solution? They did some pujas and whatever, and then anyways, I think they skipped that house. I don't know. But that is also something which you can access from the chart. Similarly, past life karma, past life also you can see. It may not be exactly like what's your name and where you are, but a pattern, a kind of the way you have lived. So that you can see from the fifth house as well. And trust me, when I did past life regressions, just mind blowing stories. There's a very thin line between imagination and really the person going to past life. Okay, and that you have to know. They just go in complete trance. They're aware that I'm talking to them. But what I'm trying to say is that you just know, and there were certain facts which were unbelievable because we had to check it on Google. Neither that person had visited that place, neither I knew about it. And when we checked, there was a case where one lady, she saw some past life somewhere near Himalayas, all right, and she said that we have a tradition. It's a very small town, a tribe rather, just a tribal place, and we have some tradition praying to some goddess and stuff. And she described herself, which was very strange. Some all whatever the draped and white and silver earrings from right from here to here and whatever. Now we googled it, and then we found in one museum there was just one particular photograph which popped up, exactly describing what she had described. So trying to tell that we confirmed the fact. This gives you confirmations that yes, that past life exists, reincarnation is real. So those are just the proofs which validate a lot of things in our current life also. So something to do with her behavior, then she understood, okay, I have to take care of this behavior in this life. That's why I was acting like this. Or vice versa, whatever. So this is how fifth house is also related. Certain planets like Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, these are related to your past life karma, past life. So there is some other study completely which is called karmic astrology, and many people do that. They just read your karma. That's it. Okay, from your past life. So this is fifth house. Then, um, also in fourth house we saw breasts. I saw quite a few cases related to, just because it was related to breast, you don't have to have cancer, but related to breast cancer. And you know what was the main health issue? All these health issues which I saw so many in many houses. Main thing was food. What you're consuming and how you're consuming. What time are you consuming? Main thing was food. When do you sleep? How much do you sleep? How much rest do you get? All these combinations were only related to health. So anyhow, cat, when we go further, then the sixth house. Sixth house is not considered a very auspicious house. It's to do with diseases, your enemies, court cases. All right. And then small, not small, overall pets, and lot of now pets, very important. I had this case where um, I was telling that person that he said, I do all good karmas. Okay, ma'am, I do so many good karmas. And still I'm suffering. I'm suffering so badly. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of it. I'm just telling because maybe we also feel it from inside and we don't speak it out. Okay. Um, but I'm suffering so much. Why? Because I do all the good deeds. Okay. Let's take it. What do you do? Okay. On Saturdays, I don't eat meat. Wonderful. I feed the crows on Saturdays. Now these are the solutions which many people tell, right? You feed this, feed that, feed this. Okay, okay. And then I said, what do you do on the rest of the days? Oh, Thursdays also I try not to eat meat. Perfect. Okay. The rest of the days I eat chicken, I eat this, I eat that. Okay. How does now I don't want to say anything further, right? How does it work? Just one day you're feeling the crow, and all these days are related to the planets, right? Monday is moon, Sunday is sun, Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday is Mercury, Thursday is Jupiter, Friday is, right, Venus, Saturday is Saturn. So for Saturn, I said, do you think Saturn is going to be happy that you are feeding the crow on Saturday, but then on Wednesday and Thursdays you are killing the chicken and eating? Okay. Oh, but that is something which I can't do. Fair enough. Okay, that's fine, right? Then he had a mentally challenged boy at home, son at home. The wife kept on complaining. Why? I don't want to tolerate. I can't tolerate. And then I said, What do you do? What is he doing right now? You're talking to me for last 1 hour. Where is he? He is somewhere playing doing something, and I said, you just now said you did very good karmas. That is your duty. He's like an angel, you have to take care of that. And if you don't do that, do all the simple methods. You don't even have to ask an astrologer. Your life will be much fulfilling and better. Parents, I don't visit them for whatever reason. Since childhood, I have not stayed, but that is your duty. They have given birth to you. You have to take care of them. And if you just miss out on these small things, what's the point? You don't have to go to an astrologer. I do not let people being dependent on astrology. I'm being very frank here. Because you should only go when there is really the need. You know why people come to an astrologer when everything is done? There's no hope. And they want to hear something nice. I remember this one person saying, many people, please tell me something nice. I said, I will. Will you follow certain rules? It will automatically be nice, right? Or every time calling, should I do this at this point, at this date, on this, at this hour, at this? I said, don't. You just do have confidence in yourself. Stay a clean, healthy life. You will be fine. You don't need to ask an astrologer. Have faith, have confidence, and accept your destiny. Do your duty, do your diligence. That's all. That's all is required. So I use it more as a therapy. When people come, I really need to tell them that maybe what you're looking for is not okay. Does that make sense? You're looking for the wrong things in life. That is the whole thing. In sixth house, you can also see the direction of your career. All right, that is one thing. And also six houses of diseases, enemies, and the pet service also service what I said, digestion, liver, and nervous system and hands medically, if we say. Now we move on to seventh house. Seventh house is of spouse, in partners, where most of the questions, I would say 65% of the questions come to me related relationships in life. Now, these can be very karmic, very karmic. Most of the relationships, all these souls around us whom we get connected, especially as a family or in close friends, we have met them in the past lives. But because there is some karma to take, or they have to give, or we have to erase that, they have come back in that relation to us, like different relationship, like mother, father, friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, siblings. So you have to learn to forgive and forgive for yourself. Forgive that person. Really, I'm telling you, we say that, uh, we don't want to meet you again in another life. Certain people, we feel that, right? Then forgive. Let and send good vibes to that person. From your side, you should always give a lot of love, kindness, and compassion. Yes, if someone comes and slaps you, I'm not saying that you tolerate that. However, try to find out the background. Is there anything wrong? Do you feel sometimes when we see certain people, we just develop some kind of distance or resentment? We don't feel like talking to that person. Or some places which we visit, we feel I've been here, something like familiar faces, familiar. You click with someone instantly. This is all related to that. And you want to just finish up the karmas with everyone and be peaceful. That's all. And you will welcome, I mean, invite less complications in your life. Seventh house is of partners, is of spouses, right? And female reproductive, sorry, organs, urinary tracts, urinary bladder, kidneys, PCOD, feces, semen, ovaries. Now, here, one thing is very important, especially for females. Again, one of the core causes is food. Okay, lot of hormone related issues, and in that the way they behave, and then it leads to arguments. That is the most problematic this thing going concern going on, like what goes on with females. So the females are understood, think about it, work around it. Again, meditate and meditation and everything will help. They have to work on themselves as well as the partner has to understand as well. And try to help. Of saying or fighting in the house. These are the most common issues I'm seeing. Most common issues. And when I have any relationship with anyone, we have expectations. The core problem lies there. A lot of expectations. We don't want to see what we are giving from our side, but we expect a lot from the other, right? We have to live our, we have given certainly incarnation happens, We go through 8.4 million species, literally, right? From any insect, ant, we have been through everything, and then we have got this human birth. Utilize this birth for the right reasons. Do not waste your time and live to give. Don't live to, oh, what about me? Don't I have the right to live? Everything, no one acknowledges what I do. No, nothing about you. When you start giving, it's okay. This is my only that side just give your whatever duties towards your parents, just give, just give. When you do that, automatically life changes. You'll take a 360-degree change, it will happen, and you will see. All right. So this is very important in relationships. Very extremely important. And then give some time, work it out. Take some, during Corona period, I had so many cases. Oh, we want to take divorce. We want to split up. We want to do this. We want to do that. Because they were not used to staying together harmoniously. And that was a horrible period for them. But when you live in a certain way, and the saddest part is when people marry nowadays, right? When they literally when they marry, in all the cultures, they take vows. But nowadays, rather than having the focus on those vows, they are more interested in all the paraphernalia. What kind of place it will be, the flowers, how it will look to other people we are inviting. It should look really good. The dance, the whatever. So many things are there. They're more interested in that, not those core vows. But you have to focus and you have to make sure both are on the same path. Like you want to understand understanding that you want to know the vows and take interest in that, on those rituals. So this itself foundation is missing nowadays. So that's why now relationships are tumbling. And people think it's very cool to go from one to another multiple relation. Again, you will face it's okay. Everything is okay. Because again, okay, fine. That karma you have created, it will come back to you in some way. Right? Accept that. It's simple. Then be that strong and be okay with it. Okay. Now, next slide, we'll go to eighth house. Extremely important house. Eighth house, again, it is not considered an auspicious house again. It is of hidden secrets. Shares, trading, everything is seen from eighth house. Sudden happenings in life. That is seen from occult sciences, is seen from eighth house. Okay. And not just that, medically too, there's a lot of things. Black magic is seen, pelvis, rectum, then hernia, anus, and many other things are seen here. The thing is here now, what we are talking about negative energies. All right. I'll share some experience from my side. A few years back, I could very easily, I didn't want to connect, but I could connect with the people who have passed away, passed on. And I didn't want to go in that direction, to be honest. I wasn't even looking for it. As I said, we go through many species. Everyone is there around us. Spirits are there, energy, everything is there, right? One of my friends, she lost her aunt, very just like her mother back in India, and she's here. And some common friends are there. It's not like we're very close friends, but I heard, oh, she's crying uncontrollably. Okay, I'm so sorry. So I didn't want to call, and sometimes it hurts to talk about the same thing again and again or meet. So I said, okay, let me give her some time, and then I will, express my condolences. I was sitting at, it must be evening 6 o'clock in my house. Kids were probably watching something on TV. Right in front of the TV, this image appears, all right? A lady draped in whatever, like green sari and this thin lady. He said, please, she took the name of my friend and said, please go and tell her that don't cry. And she had a daughter, young daughter. Please take care of her daughter. I'm right here. Please tell her, don't cry. And, I'm right here. I ignored it. I thought I'm having some kind of hallucinations, right? We start thinking this is crazy. Okay, because in general, I've always been a very practical person. I don't like, so I'm like, this is crazy. I'm going crazy, it looks like. And second day, again, the same thing. I said, look, if I tell, like, I think talking to my sister or something, she said, you should tell her. I said, she said, why aren't you telling? Please tell her. I said, if I tell, that husband will literally be so mad at me that she's already crying. You're adding fuel to the right fire by telling this. She'll cry even more. So then I connected with her. I said, look, I will tell her. You have to give some kind of proof to her that this is real, this is true. She said, okay, that's it. Next day I call her. I tell her this happened. Obviously, she started crying on the phone. This has happened, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, fine. Pick up the phone. The next day she called me. And I didn't say anything about the proof or anything, right? The next day she calls me. She tells me that her youngest son was in first year college. He has nothing to do with all these things. He called me and he said, that you know what? My mom came in my dream, and you know what she said? That I already met whatever her name was. I've already met her friend in US. And I told her that please tell her to take care of her daughter. Proof. And I described to her because I was feeling so guilty telling her that, and I described how she looked. She said, you know what? That is so surprising because she had been sick. She was quite a heavy woman. I told her she was super thin and almost white and wearing her hair like this and that. She said this was exactly the state they had draped her in that particular sari, when she passed away during the funeral. So that was the proof. This is one thing. The first time I went to Las Vegas because everyone goes just to see out of curiosity, correct? But I didn't go for that. My son's chess tournament was there. And we stayed in a place called Bally's, casino called Bally's. Now, everything is new to me, casino and the hotel on top and this thing. Okay, fine. Very interesting. I was just curious, and then I could feel tremendous energy, tremendous. Just going from the elevator when there's no one. People are trying to talk to me. Hi, I'm this, hi, I'm this, hi, I'm this. Okay. I don't see the people, I hear them. It's kind of a ethnic language, you can call it. Okay, I know what they're saying. I said, oh, am I going crazy? This is just crazy. Okay, fine. And that time I was not very connected to so many. It just started. It just started, okay, coming. Okay, it happened again. I told her, you know what? If you are there, I'm very. There are nice spirits also. So I'm saying, okay, I don't. And I'm not saying I will never get scared, but I'm not scared. But I'm okay, fine, whatever. So I said, you know what? If you're there, if it's real, and I'm not hallucinating, you give me some proof. You give me some proof. I can't go into the details what proof they gave, but trust me, they gave a big proof that they exist. Done. He finished his tournament, we came back. After a week or so, a documentary was going on TV. This Bally's hotel was originally an MGM or IGM. I don't know, MGM, I think. It was owned by them or some other casino and hotel. There was a wildfire. So many people died there. That energy still exists. The places you visit, you have to be very careful unless you know how to handle them. Pubs, nightclubs, all these places, dark places. Try to avoid that. Try to avoid that because if you don't know how to handle, you will end up getting all the negative energies piercing through your protective layer around you. So these things are extremely important, and that's why we hear like we have to live a particular life, a very simple and clean life, and that's very important, which is leading more towards the divine, towards the law. Now, this eighth house also represents shares. I've seen many people who do trading, and you can also figure out where to invest, how to invest, everything from eighth house. Hidden secrets, they are also there. We have skeletons in our closet, we say. This can be revealed from the eighth house. Ghosts, spirits, black magic, everything can be seen from the eighth house. And anyways, through those energies, I literally prayed, I don't want to go in that direction. I would rather go in this direction where it's more, safer and clearer. I don't want to go there because past is past. It's better that the current people who are living with, they understand. They have a, because we are in so much in ignorance. We lament, and which is okay. It's okay. Of course, we lose someone very close to us. It's a big loss. I lost my father. I was not there when he passed away. He had a, uh, brain stroke, and I was like, and they were not even sending me. My family were not even sending me his, at least connecting, through video or anything, because I think they thought I will not be able to take the way he's looking in the ICU. Okay. And then he passed away, and then I said, "You didn't, I didn't even get a chance to meet you before you left." That time he said, if it was all fake, he would have come. If it was imagination, he said, "You know what? I'm very tired right now. Please, can I sleep?" I said, "Go ahead." Okay. Now I came to know. Now you know this, that when you die or you take birth, there's tremendous. They say as if 84 lakh scorpions or something are biting you. You know that this is how when you die also and when you take birth. That is how much pain you suffer while taking birth also. So I thought, okay, that, and I came to know medically when you have that hemorrhage or brain stroke, all the nerves burst at the same time, and that can be very painful. He went into coma immediately. Still, that was a lot of suffering for that soul, lot of suffering. 3-4 days down the line, he came back happy, looking very happy. He is telling me that Pragati, we humans are such fools that we are so scared of that. We are so scared of that. But it is so beautiful. I'm not allowed to tell you, reveal the details. I'm like, tell me. I'm not allowed to tell the details. But it is so beautiful. You humans are really fools. We just don't know what we are doing. We consider our life to be too big. When we see an ant, we think we just don't even care, right? It's a minuscule thing. But ant is also building her own or his own sandcastle, thinking their life is big. That's how we live in our life. My house, I have to get a property, I have to get a this, I have to get a that, I have to get more money, thinking we have a big, long life. But the realms above us, they must be looking at us as a speck of dust or as an ant. These foolish people, the way they live as if they're going to live forever. You're getting my point. So this understanding is very important rather than ignorance. Yes, when you lose our close ones, we have 13 days to mourn, and of course you've missed the physical loss of that person. Physically is not there, interact and everything. Yes, definitely. But we should pray for the soul's progress, not lament to a point where the soul is not able to take off from the plane, because that is going to, soul doesn't even remember eventually that soul was connected to you, but we remember. I remember some of my relatives, they lost someone very close on Facebook. Every year, every happy birthday, I'm missing you, happy anniversary. And again, I'm not mocking. It is sad, and I want to be empathetic to them. But they have to understand. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're just causing more pain. You're just trying to invoke that soul who's trying to move on. Don't do that. Putting the pictures, marriage anniversary, we went here, we went that. No. It's 5 years now, 3 years. And again, I can't go and say, don't do that, right? Or I can't say that to them. You have to be also sympathetic, empathetic, and sensitive, emotional about it. But ignorance, pure ignorance, because these, now, for example, this plane crash happened, right? Very untimely, traumatic death. Very sad. We pray for the souls. Okay. It's so sad for the families who have been left behind. Okay. Yes, that's really sad, and we really express our condolences. But now that must be a haunted place. And unless and until, depending on the karma that soul has done in this lifetime, also the family members which are left behind, and they, unless and until they perform certain rituals or pray for that soul to move on, they will be on that plane. They will be stuck on this plane. This is how it works. So this all as eighth house. Yes, please. Yeah.
In Hinduism, I might be mistaken, but I understand that you do like a puja once a year
Yes.
for the departed, right? So, but
Pitrados.
yeah, but then you just said that you shouldn't like think about the deceased.
No. Why do you do puja? Exactly my point. The rituals you do is for the soul. You know, the soul is hungry, right? We feed them. We feed them because they don't have the power to move on. Those, it's all so scientific, so scientific. Only people think of it as superstition and all nonsense. That's not the case. In most of the charts, I see that is one of the major problems. Pitra, it's called Pitra dosh in charts. Most of the charts you will see Pitra dosh. Divorces or any accidents or children having problem, everything is related to Pitra dosh. 90% of people have Pitradosh. They should perform those rituals irrespective of whatever every year. There is a particular time period in Hindu calendar which comes. All right, that time it is more easier to access to go to that. So this is a different science, and that's why we do those rituals. Those rituals have to be done, and that's what I'm saying. The souls have passed on, right? The family members should help them by doing perform because for their life also by perform. But again, everyone's belief, and that's okay. And we can't say much. Did I answer your question? Okay. Now, ninth house. Ninth house. Are we going over time or something?
We have 15 minutes.
Huh?
15 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was like, I just get carried away. Okay. So the ninth house is for religion. It's a very auspicious house for father, for our ancestors. The good credits they have, that passed on to us. So we have heard of this term guardian and angel, right? Ninth house. Many times, I remember we had a very crazy accident. I was in New Zealand, and our car just, it was raining, slippery, and it's very hilly. New Zealand is very hilly, beautiful, but very hilly. Again, weather is like Seattle in Auckland. And lonely streets. The car went up, came down. I'm very bad with make of the cars. It was a good make. That's why it didn't turn over. It just came as it's down. The car got totaled into pieces, glasses. I had some glasses stuck in my whole skin, but no scratch, not a single scratch. Why I'm telling you this is I felt someone saved me that time. And that time I had this concept of guardian angel. Some guardian angel is saving me. And it has happened many times in my life, but guardian angel is saving me. So they do. There is something, some power. So it might be something else. We call it guardian angels, but whatever we have, maybe prayed, whatever we have developed that faith. There's some protectiveness which comes with it. So anyway, that was ninth house. Okay, and it is a fortune, luck. How lucky you are. A person can be working day and night, relentlessly, hard working, and so following all the rules, but ultimately he gets defeated in whatever, not ending up with the right marks in school or whatever. Marriage going up and down. So that is luck. The luck is the credit which you get from your spirituality, from your ancestors' spirituality, or what they have practiced. from your father, everything is that. So how do we improve these houses? Now, for example, why I've given all these, you improve your relations with your father. Doesn't matter how the father is, how he treats you. Doesn't matter. From your side, improve your relationship with your father. The ninth house, house of luck, will start getting improved. Simple. It's a simple concept of it's a law of nature. Very clear, very clear. And then the thighs, right? And the limbs. These are under this. I've seen 3 cases so far in the mid 50s. No, 70s, 60s, I think, having thigh surgery, thighs problem with thighs or going on crutches. So very, very clearly indicating ninth house. Ninth is also house is also related to our past lives in a very big way. Now, so okay, now when you see a chart of a terrorist, um, or those who are very fanatics. Religion is one thing, but being fanatic is another thing. That you can see from ninth house. Very powerful combinations. Very powerful combinations. So that is ninth house. Then eighth house, again, I forgot to tell something. It also, I have seen a couple of cases of AIDS patient, eighth house. People so casually, again, as I was talking about multiple partners, having physical, intimate relationships, sexual relationships. You have to be so careful because some of the charts have that combination where it can be very easily transmitted, even STDs. So that's why there are certain rules that don'ts and do's. You think, oh, this is an old tradition which our grandparents and all have been saying, and then parents keep saying like this. No, this is science. There is a reason, and we save those memories when you have multiple sexual partners. You save those memories, which you're making your life more complicated by doing that. That's why there are certain rules in place. So that is something I forgot. I thought I should mention. Now we move on to the 10th house. Very important house again. It is the house of karma. Means the duty you're doing in this life, your job, your career, your profession. To some extent, your father as well. So this is extremely important that what you do here. Many cases come with stress. Many, especially those who are working in IT field. I have so many clients from Amazon. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. They are so stressed, so stressed. One of the cases, one client, I felt bad. He cried in front of his manager. I just can't deal with it anymore. I can't deal with it anymore. He almost had a nervous breakdown. Spoke to me. He had been speaking to me, but he spoke to me. I said, "Is it worked? Do you think?" We have taken a new, American dream, right? New house, 2 kids, big house for 4 people, big house, right? The stress level to pay off the mortgage, kids in private school, everything, right? For what? For what? So that can ruin your health. I said, what do you prefer? And I've asked this many people, hospitalization or a good job and money and stress? Hospitalization or this stress and job? Or leaving the job and trying to work out how we can work out. It's not that it's that financial situation, let's say wherever they're coming from, they have comfortable life there. Is it that bad to go back? That desperation to stay here so that you can die here? I'm sorry, it sounds very morbid and brutal, but that's the case, isn't it? And I'm seeing with so many people that much level of desperation. For what? To show your friends and status? I live in US or some better country. What are you getting here? You're just stressing out the way you're living your life, want money to pay for the kids, to get a better future. Are you giving better future to your kids? Are you giving time to them? So this all needs to be thought over. 10th house is of karma. Accept, work hard, accept. If it is not working, try to find something else with less of this thing. Lower down your expectations a little bit, and it's okay. It's okay. So take a call, but both the spouses have to be on the same page about it and try to talk, communicate. So these all things are extremely important for the kids. Those who have kids with the 7th house also, They literally fight in courts. What are they going through? Or if they're not fighting, they're fighting at home, arguing in front of them. They think this is normal. The mother sleeps with the kids in their this thing. The father sleeps somewhere else. They have constant arguments, bickering, fights. Are the kids going to say that, oh, we are going to get married? No, they won't want to marry after seeing this, right? It's not normal. And they might think it's normal, that this is how marriage works. So it's very important how we, from our side, it's important how we live. And the partner has to be really, which have to choose very carefully, very carefully. That reminds me about karma, right? I had this one case where they said, we all have challenges in our life. So I had. So I had. So this lady is saying, how come you're an astrologer and you're having challenges in your life, right? I said, so he's through someone else. So I said, maybe you're just at least speaking openly, and I'm sure many people feel it inside. That how come she's having problems? She's an astrologer. Whether it's a president, prime minister, king, pauper, any strata of any, you're a middle class person, no one is exempt from karma or an astrology. It's a way you respond. Okay, it will have an impact. What kind of impact it's going to happen? Something is going to happen destiny wise, but how much impact do we take and how we respond to it is a main thing which we need to work on. So, anyways, I just remember that. So, this is 10th house. And then knees, yes, medically, knees is seen from 10,000. That is growing for some reason. The problem with knees for many people. Again, the core thing for this is food, lack of exercise, not just that, over exercising or putting overweight, putting on weight. That is the cause. These are all the causes. This is all self created. So, yes, maybe there are some karma related to knees. I remember this case where in the past life, one person had stepped over one of the limbs of some crocodile or something, or it crushed it. Turtle, I don't know, turtle. And that person had to face that karma by limping, getting crutches because the knees had a problem because he stepped on that turtle. That's it. That's it. So then what I'm trying to say is that time, okay, that karma is there, but then you take care. You go to the doctor and you work on yourself and it can be minimized. Not that it will not happen, but many other cases, it is self-created. It is self-created. So that is 10th house. Now we move on to the 11th house. Okay. 11th house is of gains, is of profit, is of friends and elder siblings. Okay. It association is so important with whom you associate. Please try and understand that when you associate with someone who has, let's say, who is more toxic, I don't want to label anyone, but there are people who feel that they always talk something very sad, very depressing, and that gets you carry that with you whole day in your head. So try, if you're not able to handle, already you have enough stress in your life, try to be with people who are, giving you a lot of happiness, joy, good company. Not like happiness, not in terms of party, smoking and drinking and all, but genuine friends who live a similar life, who have the similar understanding like you. And there is a give and take of higher things to grow, to make your life better, meaningful, which helps you. So association is so important. Again, I'm seeing so many kids, young teenagers, young people who are so nice family background, upbringing, just based on going to college, this thing, everything changes. I've heard in some schools in 7th and 8th grade, if you're not wearing branded clothes, you're bullied. You're bullied. That's how the culture has gone. So yeah, this is what is happening. So that is 11th house. Now 11th house is related to shats, that is shins, the lower part of the leg. that medically. And then also, so right here we saw third place, and the left here is the 11th place. All these minute things also can be seen from astrology. Okay. Next is the 12th house. 12th house is one of the, again, house where is a house of loss. That reminds me, in Bill Gates' chart, it is very big loss. Like, why? Because he has been giving a lot of charity. So that is also loss, basically. Then jail time, prison time. Then hidden gasms, hidden affairs, sexual hidden affairs, or some have that tendency, to have that lustful tendency where they have to hide certain things, where tempted to go to places. That is seen from 12th house. Affairs is not the right word, but affairs from 12th. Why? Because affairs means something hidden from the society. Love, it is not love that is hidden from the society and which is not approved by the society and the people. That kind of thing is 12th house. 12th house is also moksha if you want to get out of this birth and death cycle in this earth. We saw we keep on going in species, millions of species taking birth depending on our karma. Sometimes you want to get out because it's always misery. Some misery is going to be there. Right, so we want to get out of here, and that is 12th house. So you have to work on certain things which is related to 12th house, and feet are related to 12th house, and the left eye. So when you have specs or anything, the whole world is made of 5 elements, right? Earth, water, fire. You all know that, right? They're also connected to the 5 senses and to the 5 chakras in our body. For example, because it came to eyes, I remember this. There is a fire chakra. So fire means digestion. If your digestion, if it is related to your stomach, you'll see your eyesight getting worse, bad. And because light has to be there. So this is how this everything is related. So when you improve your lifestyle, probably things can get better. Actually, they say, even I have glasses and I've been trying some things. If you do some exercises, I've seen reversing the eyesight, actually. So we have everything here. The science is here. Don't go in that mode of when will I get my next car, when will I get my next house. No. Look at the life totally with a different aspect. Now, finally, we'll come to the list of solutions. What can be done? What to do? Instead of going to an astrologer, if we do this, you don't need to go to an astrologer. So I'm just going to read out these points. Finally, I'm sorry, I'm taking a bit. Are you guys okay? And also those are online. So as we have already spoken, declutter your house. Be minimalistic. We already spoke about that, right? First, start fresh. Okay, whatever you have done so far, the way you have lived your life, forget everything. Pack it and throw it away. Start living fresh. Let go of your mental churning. So then I told one of this, some clients, they said, oh, we have pending court cases. We can't just say, okay, we can pack and let go. Yes, court cases are there. See it from a different perspective. There's a lady who's going through a divorce case. You fight for your rights. That is your duty. You should. What is fair? Don't fight to take vengeance on that other person, to make sure that that person should suffer. That intention should be there. That's all. You fight, but also look at it from a different perspective. So start fresh. Forget everything that has happened so far. Start your life fresh with these kind of rules. Then declutter your physical space, that I already said. If you haven't used anything in the last 6 months, pack it, donate it, throw it, whatever. Okay. Now, here we don't have many women, but women have this more tendency, I'm sorry, but women have this tendency of shopping, non-stop shopping. Sometimes for them, some, it is also therapy. We have hundreds of clothes in our closet, actually, and still we go and shop. We have a tendency to do that. We don't even find certain clothes. You know, it's that bad. And on one side, we say we are so eco-friendly, we are, you know, we go green, we say this. But is this eco-friendly? Do you know the resources which are required to make one cloth? How many resources go into it? Have you thought of it? The chemicals, the water, the electricity, and we keep shopping. The labor, sometimes child labor, and we keep shopping. No, change that pattern, recycle. Okay, the clothes are there. If you want to donate, donate. But now, from now onwards, so we have done this in the past. I have done in the past, but now live more consciously, more carefully, not to exploit our Mother Earth and live very mindfully. So that is one thing. So please declutter and do not hold on to things that I have paid for this. Just donate. Just donate. Because as I said, everything has energy and vibrations as well, right? Then brighten your space, which we spoke, especially in gloomy weather, right? That we already spoke, so that energy, bring in more positive energy, put some chanting mantras in a very low voice where it doesn't bother anyone, bring that calming effect and make it simplify your house basically. Then have discipline in your house, have some structure, some routine. Once a while you break, that's fine, like a cheat day types, but have that, that is extremely important. That's good for your family as well, right? And then maintain physical cleanliness, hygiene in the house. As so many people, they don't even care about taking a shower in the morning. It is so bad for yourself. Right? It's not good for you. It's no, we are not saying it, okay, this is not good for someone else. It's for ourselves. Our own hygiene is very important. So that is important. And the food we eat, again, coming to that, what kind of food to eat, how to eat, when to eat. Simplify your food habits and you will change a lot of things in your life. Lot of things in your life. In fifth house, there is a house of children. I have seen so many issues related to infertility, not even to get pregnant. And then IVF and everything. You know why? The connection is eating eggs. Eating eggs. And if you go into the details, not all eggs are fertilized. Okay, not that every egg is going to become a chicken. It's not that. You're already killing that if you want, but the hen lays eggs. But that is her menstrual cycle which you're eating. The thing is, this is all connected. The nature and everything is connected. So this you will not find in any of the books. I'm telling you, this is connected to eating eggs, consuming eggs. Then forget about fish and chicken and everything and everything. That is even worse and worse. The nervous system gets better and better. And cow is abominable because the nervous system is so developed. It is mother, that's why it cries. It gives a lot of love. So be very careful what you eat, right? And then uh, relationships, try have the emotional practice emotional intelligence in relationships. All right. If one partner is upset, the other should stay calm. Let them cool down. Don't escalate. This is not weakness. It's maturity. Understand this, right? Then address hormonal health, hormones related, especially for women. That also we already said, right? Food we already took care of. Then, okay, final, the most, these are all external factors which we should take care. Now, internal factor, the most important thing you need to start ASAP today is meditation, meditative chanting. When you spoke about the 108 number at the beginning, you know the distance between the earth and the sun is 108 times the diameter of the earth. It's 108 times diameter of the earth. Same thing with earth and moon. So it's some number is so symbolic, is so powerful. So that's why when we chant, we repeat everything, that mantra 108 times. And trust me, from my experience over all these years and from other clients also, I used to give different mantras for different solutions to different, planets. And then I came to know there is one main mantra. When you water the roots of a plant, you don't have to water the leaves, the fruits, or anything. And that one mantra covers all the mantras in this life, in the universe. Okay? And not just that, There are no rules for that. You can just chant that mantra. Give out of 24 hours, try to give at least 2 hours for this. For the Creator who has given us this life. Be thankful, be grateful, and chant this particular Mahamantra. I'm telling you, you will start seeing the difference within 1 month in your life. With all these changes, and this mantra you start chanting, immediately you yourself will start living away because those vibrations and energies. Understand, some of the mantras people don't understand. They chant any mantras, they don't understand. In this yuga where we are born, we are not able to absorb those vibrations and energy because we are not qualified for those mantras. So they don't work. In fact, they might have not that they'll have a negative effect, but there's no point. So chant the mantra, which is the cumulative of all these mantras, and that's one Maha Mantra. Can we? You started today, I'm telling you. I mean, it's so powerful, and you'll see the changes. There. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you for being so patient and online also viewers. Thank you so much. I ask your forgiveness if I ended up offending anyone in any way, but really appreciate your patience and cooperation. And thank you, Ryan.
Thank you. All right, thank you, everybody. We will end the online call, and for those of you in person would like to talk with Pragati or have any questions, if you have a couple of minutes, you can stick around. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Pragati.
time. You're most welcome.